5 reasons why you feel bad on a ketogenic diet. Alright, so you think about starting a ketogenic diet, or you already started a ketogenic diet, or some trainer or something put you on a ketogenic diet, and you're wondering, why do I feel bad? Why do I feel like it's the wrong diet for me? Is this maybe the wrong diet for me? Let's find out. On a ketogenic diet, you eat mostly fat, very little carbs, and moderate protein. What a lot of people do wrong is they don't eat enough fat. So it's not just about your net carbs. I actually did a video about this, so check it out. It's also about your protein intake, which should not be too low, and also your fat intake, which should really not be too low. People are scared of fat because they think it makes them fat, and so they eat very little fat on a ketogenic diet, but fat is your energy source on a ketogenic diet, so you have to have your fats. 60 to 80% of your calories should come from fat, depending on your macros. So make sure you get enough fat and therefore enough calories in to not feel sluggish all day. This is probably, apart from fat, the biggest mistake people make. They don't keep their electrolytes in check. So I'm talking sodium, potassium, and magnesium. Because of the change in your diet, you will have less sodium in your body. Therefore, you have to replenish it. So make sure to get a little bit more sodium, potassium, and magnesium into your diet compared to your old, probably high carb diet. If you get cramps, especially leg cramps, you're very likely to have a magnesium deficiency. So make sure to keep your electrolytes in check in order to get through this diet with a good feeling. This is something people underestimate in most diets. They don't drink enough, but especially on a keto diet where you lose a lot of water because you don't consume any carbs or very little carbs, it's very important to have enough water in your system. So drink a lot, make sure you get a lot of liquid throughout the day, mainly from water or maybe tea. Now, this is not something people do wrong, but they don't really know how to deal with it. The keto flu might affect you or might not affect you. And what it is you feel like you have some sort of a flu during the first 1 or 2 or maybe 3 weeks of your change into a ketogenic diet. That's not a problem. That might be the case and might not be the case, and it's totally fine if you have it, but don't get freaked out about it. It's totally normal to have it. And it just comes from your change in your diet. You're carb dependent because you ate all kinds of carbs in the last few years probably, or maybe even your whole life. Now you're switching to very little carbs, so your body is a little bit confused. Also, there are a lot of changes, as I said, with electrolytes, for instance. So your body is not getting any carbs anymore, your electrolytes change, your balances in your body change, and you also get very little sugar because sugar is a carb, so your body is basically on a withdrawal from sugar, which can make people feel sick quite a lot. So don't get fooled by it. So just stick to water, get your electrolytes in, and just grind through it, because you're changing your diet in a big way and your body just needs to adapt. So it needs a little bit time. So give it that time. A lot of people think that on a keto diet you can't be strong, which is obviously wrong. What does happen though is that you might be a little bit weaker in the first weeks of your adaptation phase. Your body has to adapt. It's used to glycogen, it's used to carbs, and now you give them fat. So it takes time to get your strength back. You will not lose muscle mass, you have less glycogen and therefore less explosive power. It's not a bad thing. Make sure you're keeping your macros in check and stick to it. Just give it some time. Your body will adapt, and at some point you will be stronger. And you can build muscle on a ketogenic diet, no question. So just wait a little bit. This is a bonus tip here, because a lot of people think they have to measure their ketosis by using keto sticks. While that's an interesting way to look at it, it's not necessary because it doesn't matter for fat loss, which is the reason most people go on a ketogenic diet. And even if you're on a ketogenic diet for health reasons or mental reasons, keto sticks are not reliable because they just measure the ketones you have in your urine and not your actual ketone levels. So by the time your urine has ketones in it, you might actually not be in ketosis anymore, or the other way around. So if you really want to measure your ketone levels, get yourself a device that checks the ketone levels in your blood. They are quite cheap. The test strips themselves are quite expensive, so I wouldn't use them every day. But just to see if you're in ketosis, if you're interested in it, get the blood tests. The keto sticks are not reliable, and especially in a weight loss program, if you're doing keto for weight loss, don't care about ketosis. It's not a super specific magical state in that you will lose a lot of body fat regardless what you do. There's no benefit in ketosis when it comes to weight loss. Alright, so I hope that cleared a few things up, because those are the reasons most people can't really stick to a keto diet, or they stick to it and then they go off the rails because they think something's wrong. Just follow those few things I just mentioned, and if you still feel really bad after a few weeks of adaptation, maybe keto is not for you, but don't say keto is not for you just after 2 to 3 days or something like that. Your body has to adapt, so give it some time. I hope that helped, and if you liked the video, just give me a thumbs up. And if you have more tips, what helped you during your adaptation phase, or maybe stick to keto, let me know in the comments so other people know about it as well. I would really appreciate if you subscribe. Thanks. See you next time. Bye.